Raila was cast by his own father in 1992. He was cast by his own father.
Shalom, shalom, my people. It is Jeff here, and today I just want to talk about politics kidogo. And there are apparently fununu, or what we call rumors, that Raila Odinga, even though he lost in his in this last election, he's not ready yet to throw the towel, and he's looking forward to contesting in 2027. I think Raila Odinga has served Kenya and Africa in various capacities, and he's a man that is respected. The issue of him throwing a towel, I don't know about that, and I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But all in all, there are a few things that he must do if indeed what people are saying is true, that he's want to contest in 2027. What he must do to win. The first thing that I think he needs to do is, according to sources, according to what people say, there are some curses that follow the Odinga presidency. And apparently these were words that were spoken by his late father, Jaramogi. And we can maybe call it the Ramogi gods. There is an issue there pertaining things that are following Odinga and are hindering him from ascending to the highest seat in the nation of Kenya. Even though he's a statesman, he's a person that has really done great things for Kenya, the Ramogi gods are kind of blocking him, and therefore he needs to go and make amends. He needs to go and understand powers that are behind, issues that are causing him not to ascend to presidency. Otherwise, before he deals with this, these are gates that looks as if they are blocking him from ascending to higher powers. He must deal with this. The Ramogi gods, Raila Odinga knows it is a thing that he needs to deal with. And before this is done, it's going to be very difficult for him to ascend to the highest seat in Kenya.
It is a family curse, and once you get a family curse, it should be the family, the clan, and the tribe to killings. He got it from his father, Oginga Odinga, some time back. But even him as a person, Raila was cast by his own father in 1992. He was cast by his own father. So afanyeje hataweza kuongoza jamhuri ya Kenya? Hawezi kabisa. He will not. He will not. How many times has he been to court? Against Kibaki, against Uhuru Kenyatta, now against Ruto. You see, you run to court all the time. So huyo mtu wako kwa lahana ni mbaya kabisa. He lives under curse.
You said that he was cast by his father.
Yes. No, of course he messed up with his father at one time. Especially one when he attempted to take over by force the government of Kenya under Moi in 1982. There was no approval from his father. No. In 1992, he went against the ideals of his father. And the father cursed him, akasema wewe hauta endesha Kenya hata siku moja hivi. And the old man died with the curse. And Raila lives under curse. Completely. Yes? He cleans himself, let him go back to it is not the Bible, it is not anything. He must go back to the clan, to the elders, so that the Jaramogi elders, they can cleanse him. They can get him, exorcise that those spirits, exorcise the curse out of him. Otherwise, he will never.
Number two, another thing, this is going to be very quick. One thing that Raila must not do in 2027, he must pick a deputy president that is going to help him to win. Martha Karua was the wrong choice. In 2022, she did not deliver even votes in her own constituency. Yes, she was a lady. Yes, we know she's a lawyer, but that was a wrong choice. And definitely she's not a person of the people. So if Raila is thinking to run for 2027, he must drop Raila and Martha Karua and get somebody else that is going to deliver votes. Whether it's from out Kenya or from around Kenya, the person that is deputizing him must be able to deliver votes. I don't want to give names, but Raila must know this himself. Third, he must make sure that he drops Junet. And this does not even need to wait for 2027. Raila needs to drop Junet Mohammed like tomorrow. Because Junet Mohammed does not help Raila in any way, form, or shape. He actually tarnishes and ruins the name of Raila. Junet Mohammed is the best mouth that Kenya has that is on the negative side of life. Because everything that he brings out of his mouth about other people is negative. And therefore, Raila must not associate himself with Junet Mohammed. Sources have, said that, he also misappropriated funds for Azimio team. That's yet to be substantiated. That is not my words, is what people are saying. But yeah, these things must be dealt with. He was nowhere seen in Bomas of Kenya, and therefore there are questions that a lot of people are asking about Junet Mohammed. Number 4, Raila must drop Joho. Joho is another nemesis for Raila. If Joho is going to be on the forefront of Raila, Raila will never win, because first and foremost, Joho did not deliver votes for Mombasa. Yes, people loved Abdul Swamad, the new governor, and he got sworn in. But I think even without Joho, Abdul Swamad would have done wonders. He probably would still have become the governor. So Joho hasn't got a very good name in Mombasa, associating with people like the Cherera and the whole issue that follows Joho about drugs and all that does not help Raila. And Joho, of course, everybody knows, academically, he's not very good. He's a D- student, everybody knows that. And so is also his best friend, Junet Mohammed. He's also a D, student. And we are talking about KCSE. So academically, they are not very sharp and very good to help Raila to ascend to higher powers. Another thing that Raila needs to avoid using or assuming deep state will help him. Raila unfortunately thought that because Uhuru was in the president at the time, and he was also within the handshake, that the deep state was going to help him to win. Therefore, he did not put a lot of emphasis and a lot of efforts in actually trying to do a campaign that was credible. Unlike, the current president, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who did a fantastic campaign, who went and traveled everywhere in Kenya, mainly apart from Kisumu area, due to the obvious. So Raila depended on the deep state. He depended on, Uhuru being the president, commanding a voice of Kenya then, that he was going to win, and unfortunately he didn't. So 2027, if Raila is to win, he needs to completely leave the deep state and work his own plan, and that may help him. Another thing that Raila need to make sure that he does not rely on stations like Citizen. Citizen lied to Raila live every day, every minute, that Raila was winning, and therefore he needs to avoid stations like this. A station like Citizen that is lying to you that you are ahead all the time, that the polls are saying that you are ahead like this. That does not help you, because your people that are watching the TV and the polls, they are saying, oh, we are winning. So most people don't even make the effort of talking or publicizing you, or even they say, oh, even if I go and vote or don't, Raila is still going to win, according to the polls, according to Citizen TV. So Raila needs to be clear that things like this is not going to associate himself, and let him properly do thorough groundwork that is going to help him to ascend to the highest seats in the nation of Kenya. Raila also, that he does not need to rely with the apex court, Supreme Court of Kenya, if he loses, to go and get a win from there. He needs to believe in himself from the beginning and does not wait to go to the Supreme Court. Apart from that, I think Raila is a gentleman, is a statesman, is a patriotic man. He's done a lot for Kenya, and it won't be a problem. It would be nice to see him have a great shot at the highest seat. Whether time is on his side or not is another thing. It's debatable. But yes, thank you very much, guys. If you happen to get this video, make sure that this video get to those relevant people, so that the team Azimio can receive it, and probably they would gain from this. Apart from that, please do not forget to subscribe. Share this message also. And continue to keep peace, Kenyan people. Until then, I'm Jeff.